is number 2 of the video version of Suspension of Disbelief here on Scout Chick, and this time around I'm going to be talking about the new Marvel movie, Thor, which is oddly enough about the Norse god Thor. It's categorized as an action/adventure, and I'll just give you the basic premise. It's about Thor, who is banished from his home realm of Asgard by his father Odin for restarting this war with the blue icy people who are in another realm. And so he's banished to Earth, and his brother Loki comes down and is all like, you can never come back, because if you do, the blue people are going to go crazy. So Thor believes him because he's a really nice guy like that, but Loki was tricking him, and he finds that out when his 4 warrior friends come down in their gear, and they're like, you need to come back and help us. And so then Thor goes back and he saves the day. Oh, I just ruined the end. But the really best part of it is after the credits, if you sit around and watch, there is a teaser for the Avengers, which I'm personally super excited about because I absolutely adore Iron Man. Well, I think I adore Tony Stark, but, same thing. So, the movie, the bad, I'll start with. This bothered my hubby a little bit more than it bothered me. Well, it didn't bother me at all. But he didn't enjoy how, in Thor, there's basically a whole new Marvel universe, right? So Thor is explaining to Natalie Portman that the universe is made up of these 9 realms, and Asgard is one of them, and Earth is another one, and where the blue people are from is another one. And so it's really inconsistent with our own reality. So you're basically in a Marvel universe rather than our universe. But I don't really think it was that bad. It doesn't detract from the story. You just kind of have to go with it, right? And that's okay. Fantasy's like that. It's fun. The hubby was also confused. Well, not confused. He just didn't like that the Asgardians looked like humans, since they're technically supposed to be aliens. But again, minor detail. Besides that, one thing that I didn't like, and it can't be avoided, is that unlike the other superhero movies that have come out recently, Thor relies really heavily on supernatural premises. I don't know. So, like, if we think about the other ones, like Iron Man, my favorite, he is Iron Man because he made an awesome suit. Spider-Man is Spider-Man because he was bit by a spider. The Hulk, he is the Hulk because he was, he was, like, exposed to a blast from, like, a gamma bomb or something. Wolverine is, scientifically injected with adamantium. Oh, but I guess he was a mutant, so that doesn't really count. So that was also supernatural. And then the Hawkeye guy, who will be in the Avengers, he is just super skilled. So, so the whole premise of Thor is really supernatural in nature. Also, the storyline of the movie is not particularly original or interesting. There's the really stereotypical themes of, like, betrayal and love and having to, find yourself. Like, when Thor is banished to Earth, Odin, played by Anthony Hopkins, which is really cool, he throws the hammer down, the Mjolnir, and he says, something like, only the person who is worthy of holding the hammer can have it. And, because Thor is banished, he's all, like, greedy and arrogant and stuff, and so he's not worthy of holding the hammer. So he has to, find that lesson within himself to go and get the hammer. Well, actually, I guess the hammer flies to him, technically. Anyway, but, so, yeah. It wasn't very original in that way. But, superhero movie. I think all superhero movies kind of follow the same, basic storyline. Anyway, the good things about it, the best thing, I think, is the hammer, and that he smashes a lot of shit with it. It's really cool. And Thor, in general, is played by Chris Hemsworth, and he's super gorgeous. that's also pretty awesome. And in this one, unlike source code, the nerds are actually quite amazing. So as I mentioned, Natalie Portman's in it, and she plays this astrophysicist, and she's super smart, and she's super awesome, and she's a little shy, a little geeky, but it's really cute, and it's nice to see, some geeks that, are awesome, unlike source code. So that was nice, and Natalie Portman is lovely and brilliant, and so it was really awesome to see her in that role, because, in real life she's a scientist, and that's really fun. Well, is she a scientist? I don't know if she's a scientist, but she's a scholar. Anyway. The other thing is I've read that the movie is consistent with the storyline of the comics, and I know that's really important for some people. And actually, ever since I've started talking about the movie, I've become surprised at how much I know about comic books just from my childhood. That I thought I forgot them, but apparently not. So that's kind of neat too. I also really liked the imagery and all the CG that was used in it. So, for instance, Asgard is really pretty. Like, they have this beautiful sky that, you see sometimes, and the whole city is really pretty. The architecture is just beautiful. So that was really nice. And also, right before the credits and during the credits a little bit, there's these really gorgeous shots of the universe and some galaxies, and you get, like, zoomed through the stars, and it's really super pretty. So that was really neat too, because the universe is just it's just gorgeous on its own. So it was nice to have this huge screen with the universe in front of you. It was kind of nice. The other thing I liked was that the movie had a lot of really funny moments, like really funny moments, and it reminds you that you're watching a Marvel movie and you need to not take it too seriously, right? Because it's really easy to get caught up in a story and then you're like, wait a second, this isn't real, and therefore it's not a good plot. But the comic sort of brings you back down to earth, and you're like, oh yeah, this is funny, it's supposed to be fun, lighthearted, and it's nice, it keeps it enjoyable. The bad things I already said, so that's that. I guess in general, I would give it 3 Mjolnirs, the hammer, out of 5. It was good. It was nice to watch. It was entertaining, but nothing to write home about. Source Code is definitely better than Thor, so if you have to choose, go see Source Code. But Thor is way better than Lincoln Lawyer, which we watched on the weekend before. Not a good movie. Don't see it. And then tomorrow I'm going to see Water for Elephants, which I predict will be better than all 3 movies put together. Yeah, because the book was really good. I guess the book being good doesn't necessarily mean the movie will be good, but whatever. I'm really excited because circuses and elephants are fun. Okay, yeah, so I would recommend that you go see Thor, and it's really awesome. Bye!